Have you ever felt like you're living someone else's life? Like you're playing a role in a story that's not your own? That's exactly how Leah felt, trapped in a world where her voice was her gift, but also her cage.
Wow, Samantha, that's such a powerful way to start. I can already feel the emotion in this story. So, what's it about today? Who's Leah, and why does her story matter?
Leah's story is about chasing freedom, finding your own path, and learning to speak up for yourself. It's emotional, it's real, and it's full of lessons, not just for life, but for English too. Today, we're diving into her journey, and we'll learn some practical English along the way. Think vocabulary for emotions, phrases for standing up for yourself, and even some grammar to make your sentences shine.
I love that. It's like we're getting a gripping story and a language class in one. So, listeners, stick with us for the next 90 minutes. You'll hear a story that'll tug at your heartstrings. Plus, you'll pick up some useful English to express yourself. Samantha, where do we begin?
Let's start with Leah. Picture a young woman with a voice that could stop you in your tracks. But behind that voice was a life she didn't choose. Leah was 22, a rising star in the music world. Her songs were on the radio, her concerts sold out, but she wasn't free. Her adoptive parents controlled every part of her life, her money, her schedule, even her friendships. They pushed her to sing, to perform, to make them rich.
That sounds intense. So Leah's adoptive parents were like her managers, but in a really controlling way.
Exactly, Jackson. They weren't just managing her career, they were controlling her life. Leah and her younger sister Mia lived in a fancy house, but it felt like a prison. They couldn't go out without permission, and every dollar Leah earned went straight to her parents.
Wow, that's heavy. Let's pause for a second. The word controlling, that's a big one in this story. Can you explain it for our listeners?
Good catch. Controlling means having power over someone or something in a way that limits their freedom. Like, her parents were so controlling that Leah couldn't make her own choices. Want to try using it, Jackson?
Sure. Um, my boss is so controlling that I have to ask permission to take a lunch break. How's that?
Perfect. Listeners, try this. My friend is so controlling that. Finish the sentence in your head. It's a great word to describe someone who's too bossy. Now, let's practice pronunciation. Repeat after me. Controlling.
Controlling.
Nice. Okay, back to Leah. She's a singer, she's famous, but she's stuck. What was her life like day to day? Imagine waking up every morning knowing you have no say in your day. Leah's parents decided what she wore, what she sang, even what she ate. They'd say things like, Leah, you need to look perfect for the fans. Or, don't talk to strangers, they'll ruin your image. She felt like a puppet.
A puppet. That's such a vivid image. Like someone else is pulling the strings. Is there a phrase we can learn here?
Yes, pulling the strings is an idiom. It means controlling someone secretly or from behind the scenes. Like, her parents were pulling the strings of her career. Try it, Jackson.
Okay. The company CEO was pulling the strings behind the new project. Did I get it?
Spot on. Listeners, try this. My teacher was pulling the strings in the classroom. It's a fun way to talk about control. Now, Leah's life wasn't just about her parents. There was something darker going on. Leah's parents weren't just greedy. They were in trouble. They owed money to a dangerous man, a gangster named Victor. He'd show up at their house threatening them. Pay me back or Leah's career is over. Leah overheard these conversations and felt trapped. She wanted to escape, but how could she? She had no money, no freedom, and her sister Mia depended on her.
Oh man, that's terrifying. This guy Victor sounds like bad news. Can we talk about that phrase, bad news? I hear it a lot in English.
Good catch. Bad news means someone or something that causes trouble or problems. Like, Victor was bad news for Leah's family. You can use it for people or situations. For example, that storm is bad news for our picnic. Your turn, Jackson.
My old car is bad news. It breaks down every week. How's that?
Love it. Listeners, try this. That new neighbor is bad news because finish it in your mind. And let's practice pronunciation. Bad news. Stress the first word. Bad news.
Bad news. Got it. Okay, so Leah's in this scary situation. Did she have anyone to help her?
That's where Alex comes in. One night after a concert, Leah sneaks out to a cafe to feel normal for just an hour. There she meets Alex, a kind guy who works as a barista. They start talking, and for the first time, Leah feels like someone sees her, not just her fame.
That's so sweet. I bet that conversation was a big moment. Can we act out a little dialogue like what Leah and Alex might have said?
Let's do it. I'll be Leah, you be Alex. Ready?
Yep, let's go.
Hi, can I just get a coffee? Black, no sugar.
Sure thing. Rough night? You look like you're carrying the world on your shoulders.
Laughs softly. You have no idea. I needed to get away for a bit.
I get it. Sometimes you need a break from everything. I'm Alex, by the way.
I'm Leah. Nice to meet someone who doesn't know my whole life story.
That was fun. I love how natural that felt. Listeners, let's practice a phrase from that dialogue. You look like you're carrying the world on your shoulders. It means someone looks stressed or burdened. Repeat after me. Carrying the world on your shoulders.
Carrying the world on your shoulders. Great job. That phrase is so useful for showing empathy. Leah felt that weight, but meeting Alex gave her a spark of hope. Things started to change after Leah met Alex. They kept meeting in secret at the cafe. Leah opened up about her controlling parents and Victor's threats. Alex was shocked, but determined to help. One night, Leah showed him a hidden file she'd found, proof that her parents were stealing her earnings and paying off Victor.
Whoa, that's huge. So Leah found evidence? That's like something out of a movie. What does evidence mean here?
Good question. Evidence is information or proof that shows something is true, like the file was evidence of her parents' crimes. You can use it in everyday life too. For example, there's no evidence that aliens exist. Try it, Jackson.
Okay, there's evidence that my dog ate my homework. Is that good?
The laughs, perfect. Listeners, try this. There's evidence that, finish it in your mind. Now let's get back to Leah and Alex. They had this evidence, but using it was risky. Victor was dangerous, and Leah's parents were powerful.
Yeah, that sounds like a tough choice. Did they go to the police right away?
Not yet. Leah was scared. She told Alex, if I turn them in, I lose everything. My career, my sister, my whole life. But Alex said something powerful. You're not losing your life, Leah. You're taking it back.
Oh, I love that. Take it back. That's such a strong phrase. Can we break it down?
Absolutely. Take back means to reclaim something that's yours. Like Leah wanted to take back her freedom. It's often used for power or control. For example, I'm going to take back my time by saying no to extra work. Your turn, Jackson.
I'm going to take back my weekend by unplugging my phone. How's that?
Awesome. Listeners, try this. I'm going to take back my... Finish it in your mind. It's a phrase that feels empowering. For Leah, it was the push she needed. She and Alex made a plan. They copied the evidence and went to the police.
That's so brave. What happened next?
The police acted fast. They arrested Leah's parents and started investigating Victor. Leah and her sister Mia were finally free. It wasn't easy. Leah had to rebuild her career on her own terms. But for the first time, she could choose her own path.
Wow, Samantha, that story gave me chills. Leah went from being trapped to taking control of her life. What do you think this story teaches us?
It's about courage, Jackson. Leah found her voice, not just her singing voice, but her inner strength to stand up for herself. And I think it's a reminder that freedom starts with small steps, like trusting someone like Alex or speaking your truth.
So true. And for our listeners learning English, this story is packed with useful language.
Let's review some key phrases. We had pulling the strings, bad news, carrying the world on your shoulders, and take back. Which one's your favorite?
I love take back. It's so powerful, especially for anyone feeling stuck. It's like saying, this is my life, and I'm choosing how to live it. What about you, Jackson?
I'm going with bad news. It's so versatile. You can use it for people, situations, anything. Like that traffic jam was bad news for my morning. Listeners, try which phrase you like best. Try using it in a sentence this week.
Great idea. And let's talk grammar for a second. In the story, we heard Leah say, if I turn them in, I lose everything. That's the first conditional. If plus present tense, then will or another verb for the result. Like, if I study hard, I will pass the test. Jackson, give me one.
If I practice English every day, I will speak more fluently.
Nice. Listeners, try this. If I will. Make your own sentence. It's a simple way to talk about possibilities. Jackson, any final thoughts on Leah's story?
I think it's inspiring. Leah didn't just escape, she built a new life. You mentioned she wanted to open a restaurant in Los Angeles. That's such a cool dream. It shows you can start over, no matter how tough things get.
Exactly. Leah's story reminds us that freedom is worth fighting for, and sometimes it starts with one brave choice. What a journey, right? Leah's story is about finding your voice, standing up for yourself, and chasing your dreams. We hope it touched your heart and gave you some new English tools to express yourself.
Absolutely. We covered so much today. Emotional vocabulary, empowering phrases, and even some grammar to make your sentences pop. Listeners, practice those phrases like take back and bad news in your conversations this week. You'll sound so natural.
And if you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit subscribe and support our channel, Speak Easy English, for more stories that inspire, teach, and connect. We're here to help you grow your English and feel something real along the way.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, keep speaking, keep dreaming, and keep taking back your story.
See you soon.